Don't do that. They'll be able to see my
Hello!
Hello! Welcome to Shanty-a-Day number
56. Number 56. Here we are.
Here we are at the beginning of a week.
Yep, it's Monday. Yeah. Monday, here we are.
It is Monday.
Monday.
Ba, ba,
Yeah.
ba,
That's a whole other set of things.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're back again. I'm Sky.
Yeah, I'm Sagan.
And we're siblings. And we sing sea shanties, apparently. We spent our morning cleaning out my classroom.
Yep.
For the school year here. It's all sorts of weird things. Shout out to all the teachers out there that are having to go through all of that and try to pack up all their classrooms and get all their stuff.
We really didn't have a ton, but like there's got to be teachers out there who do.
Yeah, just so much stuff.
Envy that.
Yep. So shout out to all you teachers out there doing all the stuff. We've got a weird one for you today.
Yes, yeah.
As far as shanties go, it's
this is a little odd.
Yeah, it's a little odd. Like once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad.
Yeah, it sort of makes sense within the context, but
it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Unlike a lot of the shanties that we've sung, there really isn't that much of a distinct rhythmic center.
No,
to this one. This one is it's sort of classified as a halyard shanty, but it's mostly used for catting, for what's called catting the anchor, which is heaving the anchor up for up to the cat heads after it's been weighed or pulled up in preparation for securing the anchor bed while the ship is at sea. So because it is, it's significantly, I think it must be because it's significantly sort of harder work.
Oh, sure. To pull up an anchor.
To pull up an anchor, than it is for, to pull a sail.
Right.
The rhythm
or to move
is
the capstan together.
The rhythm is, the rhythm's a little, off kilter.
Yeah. But it would make sense, though, and you'll see in a second how the responses fall. It would make sense for the responses to be done, to try to lift something heavier, or that there could have been a little bit of sort of freedom in that to, however much muscle it took at that moment to pull the anchor up. They could take a second and do it that way. But,
you got to have a second to recover. There's an interesting AJ Lloyd sang this shanty. So it's called Cheerly Man. I don't know if I actually said that.
No, I think we actually said that. And the lyrics are down below too.
Yep.
You want to follow
and it's sort of a mutation of another shanty called Sally Racket, or sometimes also called Hauler Away, which we may or may not do at some later date. Probably not. It's pretty salty. But so AJ Lloyd sang it on an album called The Black Ball Line, which is also the name of a shanty that we'll do at some time in the future. But in the liner notes mentioned, this topsail halyard song was said to be so very British that it was frowned upon aboard American ships. So I guess Americans like their shanties a little steadier.
Maybe. Or it was just so connected to sort of British sailing, because you said it's one of like two that.
Yes,
that the Royal Navy actually allowed them to sing.
One of the only two shanties allowed to be sung aboard Royal Navy vessels, where it was used for catting the anchor.
Them so much. They didn't like shanties so much because they were.
No, they like things very
so proper.
Yes, very, very disciplined. And there's another great folk song called "The Grey Funnel Line." That talks about the Royal Navy, but that again here's the second thing we've mentioned that we'll get to eventually.
Yeah, I would say, but just there's so many more shanties out there. Yeah, we are fully in the shanty extended universe. It's out there.
Yep, we're starting to see just a little bit how things are connected.
Yeah,
the cross pollination between things,
which is cool. Yeah. So if you're ready. You may not be ready on a Monday for this much brain power.
No, we're doing this on a Monday. I wasn't sure that I
was.
This is really funny because I was listening to the recording so that I could get it in my head, and Sky sort of looked over and was like, okay, and I was like, all right, so we'll do this one, and
I thought he was kidding.
There was no response, and
I just ignored him because I thought he was just being dumb about it.
And then I worked on it a little bit more, and she looks over and she's like, Oh, you're serious.
Right. You actually, okay. This is how this Monday's going to go?
Yep,
Fine.
it is. It's here to help wake you up, which, at almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sure will be very helpful. So anyway, there's responses, and then there's sort of a chorus.
Yeah, kind of.
I guess.
Yeah.
So the responses are primarily like this. So the primary response is cheerly man.
Yep.
That's cheerly man. CHEERLYMAN. Sometimes, I suppose
lyrics are down below.
Yeah, I suppose grammatically you could put like a comma between cheerily man, but as in like an order, like do it cheerily man.
Shouldn't there be an I in there? Maybe?
If it was probably in modern English.
Right, say in modern English, right? Yeah.
Back then, not quite so much.
But, yeah, so you do that twice.
Yep. And you actually do it. So the shantyman has a call, but then the call actually sort of like hangs out over it while everybody else does the response.
So he's going to call and I'm going to respond. So if you jump in with me, you'll be okay.
Yep. And then the sort of the chorus of it is a cheerly man, oh, Haulee, oh, cheerly man. And then the pattern starts again.
Yep.
It's going to make, okay. Bear with it. It's going to make sense.
It does actually make more sense in context.
It does.
And I will try to help you cue those weird things as we go along here. But
it's good because I'm just going to be like sitting up on a high note.
Yep. That's how it's going to go here today. Lucky us.
Lucky us.
Yep. Happy Monday.
Boy. Happy Monday. All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh, Sally Racket, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
On my best jacket, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
And sold the ticket, hey ho!
Cheerily man, oh, Haulee, oh, cheerily man.
Nancy Dawson, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
She's got an ocean, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
For our old bosun, hey ho!
Cheerily man, oh, Haulee, oh, cheerily man.
Oh, Betsey Baker, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
Lived in Long Acre, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
Married a Quaker, hey ho!
Cheerily man, oh, Haulee, oh, cheerily man.
Oh, Kitty Carson, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
Jilted the parson, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
Married a mason, hey ho!
Cheerily man, oh, Haulee, oh, cheerily man.
Avast there, avast, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
Make the fall fast, hey ho!
Cheerily man.
Make it well fast, hey ho!
Cheerily man, oh, Haulee, oh, cheerily man.
And there you go.
So you can see it does make more sense in context.
Yeah, it's sort of just sort of.
But it does seem like that it almost could be one of those that's almost cued because as they're hauling the anchor up, if it was going to take them a second to sort of reset and grab again, and you're ready to haul again.
The next line starts when the sailors are ready.
Right, when they're ready for it. Yep. So there you go, little cheerly man for your Monday.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
I think that's probably as weird as it's gonna get as far as like music. Well, as far as like music and rhythm. Yeah, that's pretty out there. That's pretty okay. Don't hurt yourself.
He doesn't really mean that. This is as weird as he's thought of yet. But I'm willing to bet that there's some weirder things out there. We just haven't found them yet.
Might be. Well, like we've sung some stuff where like it's generally in a 4/4 pattern, but like there's an extra beat or two or whatever. But like as far as like I don't know, I wouldn't even begin to know where to like notate this. Like what time signature to put it in. What if you want to do that? That's fine. She's the one with 2 music degrees, so she's the one who's better equipped to do it.
No, because part of this is it's an oral tradition, and we're off on a tangent again. Which, of course, if you've watched us before, you know that happens.
But at least we did it after we sang the shanty.
That's true. So you could have turned us off by this point in time because we already sang the song.
Should have,
honestly.
But here we are.
Happy Monday, and we'll see you again tomorrow with another one. We love you guys, and. Yeah. Bye.